We're gonna do a song that you never heard before. The volume.
Here they gonna get wicked. Here we go again.
Yo.
Okay, now
to the Slash Brothers podcast.
wait a minute, bro.
What?
Wait a minute. What are
we
I'm
waiting?
not gonna let you just slide in like that. Because the last week and the week before,
Ain't it time to start the podcast? What are we doing here?
let's get the music on then.
I know you want to talk about your intro.
Listen. We can either talk about it now, or we can talk about it after we get the music pumped up, bro. You tell me, but we
Here
gotta
go the
talk
music.
about it.
Intro.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The greatest podcast
Doesn't
of
matter
all
what
time.
your name is.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time.
Try Jesus, not me. Cause I know
Oh my gosh. Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother. What's happening, bro?
Man, what's going on with you, bruh?
I'm exceptionally I'm usually in a good mood. Right now, I'm in an exceptional mood, bro.
And
We got a lot of stuff to talk
why
about.
might this be?
Okay, first off, because I'm not gonna let me get my camera here situated here. Because one thing I'm not gonna let you do, you put me on the spot 2 weeks in a row about the countdown.
That's right.
I
As
said,
I
bro, and maybe this is stuff that only matters to you and I, right? Because when I'm listening to the countdown, I'm the one that we had before. I was just like, no.
Yeah, but
No.
this is the thing, though. This is what you have to understand, right? If you go back to watch episode 1 of the Slash Brothers podcast, our production wasn't to this quality.
I get that.
The thing is that we always constantly have to get better.
Yes,
And so
sir.
the thing is that yes, the countdown is a drastic improvement, and it had our flavor on it. It was everything
Listen, let me
that I
tell you,
wanted
though.
it to be. So yeah, go ahead and explain.
Early. Shout out to Mark Lane checking in. Shout out to the boy B Rock, DJ Black Caesar. Yo, I gotta get you. I gotta catch up with the boy B Rock because
Yeah.
he back stateside though, bro. He can catch us live, but he also I want to toss him a couple joints though, man, to throw into his mixes though. But listen though, bro.
Yeah.
So here's what's funny. You put me on the spot after I said, bro, we got to do something about this here countdown music, right? The countdown, everything, right? Now, for the most folks who probably don't know, once we kind of go, we got the behind the scene kind of stuff. When we getting started, sometimes there's a scramble, right? But let's be honest, we can put this on out there.
Yeah, because
We
you
might
wasn't in your
just be-
seat until a minute before.
I might be in the seat 1 minute before. I literally had to wolf down some food before I hopped on, and so I wasn't able to, get that's nice set up. So the countdown just kind of gives us a little. All right, the clock is officially on. Give us a little fluff in there. A lot of time.
It was about 5:06 to be exact. My headphones just came in the mail, and I knew I needed some batteries. So I brought out the old school Studio Beats 1. So they needed the batteries. So I had to run and grab me some batteries. So I got back here at about 5:38
Facts.
and was setting everything up because I have to break my studio down after each podcast or whatever. And so that extra 30 seconds is definitely a help.
Yeah, 30 seconds is the flow. But when we had it before, it has some other. I don't know what kind of.
It had. Thank you, StreamYard, for providing us with a 30-second countdown, and we just wanted to upgrade. So we appreciate StreamYard for hooking us up.
Absolutely. Now, I've been tasked because I'm the one that says something like, "Yo, you want to go ahead and do another countdown? We'll put it together then, though, right?"
Right.
So hold on. Let me see there. For starters, let me tell you something. I've been dying to use that track. Well, you know what I wanted to do? I had this idea, bro, where because when you listen to it, it sounds very much like 90s. To me, when I was creating the track, I was like, I wanted to have something that felt like a little bit like Tony, or like if you was doing House Party, and I had this idea of doing a video and having that as the music that, you know what I'm saying, that would play in the dance set or whatever. So that's what it be coming. Now listen, run this back. Let me just run this countdown back one more time. All
right, here we go with the countdown.
Let's go.
We're gonna do a song that you never heard before.
Here the drummer get wicked. Here we go again.
I'm exceptionally proud of myself on that damn boy. I'm very proud of that. Ace Kennedy.
No, it looks good.
All right, there we go. So we can get it popping though, bro. No, very proud of myself.
Why did Danny come and drop stuff like this, and then she'd be like,
"Oh my gosh." Okay, so I think that Danny said that sometimes she's working around this time. But Danny said, "What, Biden won't be president? You ain't even vote for Biden, and you say you writing in Kanye West. So don't even tell me about nothing that has to do with the election. If you telling me that you wrote in Kanye West, down up the street with that." Ace Kennedy,
what's up, man?
My brother from another mother.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask you. We gonna kick it off. It's a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Best thing you've seen all week. What you got?
Well, it's definitely in line with the whole topic of presidential elections. So for me, the best thing that I saw this meme of they got 45 on here dancing. He was doing his little stiff. He was doing his little 45 dance, and then they had some dude portraying Biden, and he was getting busy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That boy was getting busy in that suit. So I watched that thing, I know, 17 times straight and just laughed every single time because I was like, that boy Biden getting it. If only. So no, that was the best thing that I saw this week.
Let me tell you something, Ace Kennedy.
What up?
I'm going to tell you probably the best thing that I've seen all week long. It's not even just the fact that it's an election year. That was one of those things. But I think the thing that got me the most was the fact that I woke up this morning and they said, yeah, this boy Jovante Biden then took over the lead for Georgia, but primarily because of the vote for DeKalb County being counted in. DeKalb County, I'm just gonna toss out a demographic. DeKalb County might be the blackest county in all of Georgia, bro. Listen here. They said they was counting up the votes for Clayton County. Clayton County might be number 2, second blackest county in all of Georgia. Ace Kennedy.
What up?
I live in Gwinnett County.
Yes, sir.
They said that Gwinnett County was about 54% in favor of Biden, right? Ace Kennedy, they was counting up Fulton County. Fulton County is the actual county of the city of Atlanta, along with other Alpharetta, South Fulton, everything like that. They got the lead as well there. Ace Kennedy. I woke up this morning to find out that Georgia, a traditionally red state, didn't flip the script and turn blue, though, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. Holla at me. Now, listen, man. I was very proud because of this, right? Finally, Atlanta came through in the fourth quarter. We came through in the fourth quarter. Hey, Kennedy, we did it, bro. There might be some signs of life for the Falcons now because finally Atlanta has came through in the fourth quarter. We got over the Super Bowl hump, and this is what it takes.
Hey,
Kid, I woke up and I had a smile on my face when I heard this. When they said the votes that are coming on out that we have left, and there's a fine margin of victory between whoever, and they said the voting is going to come down to DeKalb County in Clayton County, bro. I said, oh, okay, Jovante is in there then, bro.
Yeah.
And it didn't disappoint though, man. So listen, by far the best thing that I've seen all week though, bro. Very proud of Atlanta for that. Very proud.
Yeah. You got to give y'all a hand clap for that. We got to give y'all a hand clap for it.
Give it up to the people. Give it up to the people. Give it up. Give it up to the people. Ace Kennedy.
What's up?
DeKalb County got to be about 70% black people. There are DeKalb County, the only way I can think of, Ace Kennedy. I'm not saying that there are no white people in DeKalb County.
Yeah, understand.
Right? What I'm saying is they've been renovating the old Decatur area, going toward Atlanta. That's pretty much where I've seen the most. They might be out walking their dogs or whatever.
Yeah.
But DeKalb County, Stone Mountain, Tucker, you know what we talking about? We talking Stone Mountain. What we talking about here though, man? Clayton County, Jonesboro, Riverdale. Listen, if you know, you know. Hey, Skinny, I got a question for you there, bro.
What's up, bro?
You can feel free. I don't want you to feel like I'm putting you on the spot. I'd love to get your answer on this.
Okay.
I had a homegirl reach out to me who used to live in Atlanta, right? She lives in Portland, of all places, right? She says, hey, what's happened? She used to live in Atlanta for years. She said, I think it's fire what y'all do. What's happening out there? She said, I'm proud as a former Atlantan. But she said, hey, let me ask you something. She said, how do you feel about Trump supporters, right? And this had me thinking, Ace Kennedy. I look at Trump supporters and Republicans different, right? I say that to say this. If someone is a Republican, I believe that whatever your political beliefs are, that you feel like the Republican Party more closely aligns with how you feel politically, right? And if you're a Democrat, then you feel more closely with how Democrats feel. I feel personally like Trump supporters specifically, like they support Trump. That's different from being a Republican, right? It just so happened that most of them were Republicans, but they were, I would imagine I don't even want to say extreme. I don't even want to necessarily say alt-right, but they're Trump supporters, right? I mean, supporters. I look at them differently as it. So what I'm wondering is this, though. She had a very interesting question. She said, do you think, right, knowing that Trump, that people associate Trump with races, white nationalism, white supremacy, right? Do you feel like Trump supporters have a little bit of, like, somebody just got to sprinkle a little bit of racism in their cup of tea?
Not all. Here's why I say that. I personally know a bunch of Trump supporters that I hang out with on a regular basis.
Trump supporters or people who voted for Trump, like Republicans that voted for Trump?
Okay, so I will say that that's the part that I don't know yet. So I'm slated to have a conversation with someone Sunday, just because there's been, obviously, since the election's been going on, there's been some tension, and so we're gonna sit down and have some conversations about it. And so it's one of those things, like, I am one of those people that can have those type of conversations and we can walk away like everything is still cool. And my thing is, I with when anybody who votes for Trump, and if they want to have the conversation, then I'm willing to have it to see where their mindset is. For example, about 2 days ago, I had a conversation with a Trump supporter, and he was a Trump supporter. He wasn't, like, he might have been Republican beforehand, but no, he was a Trump supporter.
Facts.
And so part of the conversation we was having, of course, he brings up stuff about pedophilia with Biden. And so, you know, of course, I was asking him about, you know, the incestuous comments that Trump has had about, you know, wanting to sleep with his daughter if it wasn't his daughter. And I was asking him about, you know, him not being able to denounce white supremacy, this, that, and the other. He said he has. I said, when? He said, you wasn't listening. I said, well, I can't hear something. I can't listen to something that was never said. I said, so matter of fact, send it to me. He said, he said it a couple of times. I said, okay, well, send me at least 3 videos of him saying it. The video he sends me, and mind you, this is somebody that we went to school with. The video he sent me, it was the one right after, you remember when Trump got on there talking about how he was like, there's good people on both sides, when he was talking about the white. Yeah. And so I said, what, he didn't denounce white supremacy. He said, as a nation, we have to. He didn't say that I did. I was like, no, try again. I said, where the other 2 videos at? Oh man, I gotta go to sleep. I gotta wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, okay. Of course, because you couldn't give me that information. And here's their favorite go-to. Their favorite go-to is that, because when it came out on the debate, when he was saying he was the least racist person in the room, they was like, well, Biden went to a KKK member's funeral and gave the
eulogy. You did the eulogy.
I said, so you mean to tell me somebody speaking about somebody at a eulogy versus somebody who can't? It's like, here, this is the thing that you and I talked about all the time, right? Well, you've said it and I've just agreed with it. But with Biden being around Barack Obama for as long as he has, there is no way that you can't tell me that did not have an influence on his life after that.
Damien brought that up when he was on before.
Yeah. And even when you look at George Bush, right? As much stuff as we had to say about him when he was in office, doesn't he just look different when he hangs around the Obamas? Like, the way he
smitten in love with, he loves Michelle. He's smitten. Yeah. We said that.
So, and I'm just like, so for me, what I don't understand is that, because this is what sparked the conversation. A girl, one of our classmates, she put something on it, was being funny. She says, what happens after we find out the result of the election and the purge music goes off? What would you do? And his response was, I would shoot the Biden supporters. And so I put the eye emoji under it. And I said, really? I said, so you're going to shoot me because he's like, yeah, they're trying to take our guns and this, that, and the other. I said, so Biden supporters are trying to take your guns? And he, went into this whole little soliloquy talking about a 6-year-old daughter and this, that, and the other, and pedophilia, just going, so that's where our back and forth went. And I was like, so let me get this straight. Because he basically was like, I love you, brother, but I still have to ride with this. That's just so you love me, but you're going to shoot me because I support Biden. That's what you're saying? So let me make sure I got that straight. So my thing is the long-winded answer to your question is this. I don't believe that all Trump supporters are racist, but however, I would like to have the conversation to know what their stance is behind it, because for me, this isn't even about politics for me. It's about humanity for me. Right. You know what I'm saying? So for humanity, that is where I went. So yeah.
Here's the problem that this is why I feel that the way about that, right? So, and I'm not saying that if my thing is this, if you're a Republican, and I say that because I mean you got people like Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz. I don't know that they necessarily like Trump, but they voted for him because they're dedicated to the Republican Party. And you know, to some degree, for those two people, I think that they are very spineless anyway. But I'm not going to knock them for that in supporting their political foundation, right? But what I find to be interesting is this, though, right? So my thing is that, you know, like when you look at it, right? The reason why I look at Trump supporters and Republicans differently is very much for the reasons why I love me some Barack Obama, love me some Michelle Obama, right? I'll defend them like they my family, right? And have never met them a day in my life. But I'm a Barack Obama. You know how on wrestling they say I'm a Paul Heyman guy. He's a Paul Heyman guy. Well, I'm a Barack Obama guy. He's my guy. He's my brand of person, right? He's the kind of person that I would support fully, right? And so when you say, well, when you say I support him, that means that I support him wholly. There may be some things that are whatever, but ultimately, how his message, his beliefs, and him as a person, his story, right? His building coming from the ground up, right? Doing everything the right way. All that's part of the Barack Obama brand that I personally love. And so I say that to say this, though, bro. I think that a lot of the Trump supporters were people who had this deep resentment still that Barack Obama was not just elected one term, but 2 terms, right? And I think that when Trump came along spewing these divisive, speeches and these undertones that he's sliding, I thought some people was kind of looking like, you know what? Finally, somebody is saying something that resonated with me the same way that I felt that way about Barack Obama. And right. So I say that to say this, right? Not that Barack Obama is separate from the Democratic Party, because I think that Barack Obama's brand has always been under the Democratic brand. He's never pushed it. But what I'm saying is this, though, Ace, I look at that and I think, well, Barack Obama had 8 years in the office and they hated. I think that they had this deep, deep hatred. Here comes Donald Trump. I've never seen any Republicans out there going hard with George Bush shirts. I don't remember any George Bush hats. I don't remember seeing the Confederate flag associated with George Bush at all. I only say George Bush 1, 2, because during my lifetime, those were the only presidents who have represented the Republican Party in my lifetime, right? So I say that because now here comes Donald Trump. And I think that he's speaking the same way the same way Barack Obama spoke about hope and inspiring people like you and I and people who love him. He inspired, he gave you that belief. I think that people look at Donald Trump the way that a lot of Black people look at Barack Obama. And I say that to say that, like, I like this. I like Barack Obama to the point where if Barack Obama was saying the exact same thing and he was libertarian, I would have voted for him. If he was a Republican saying the exact same things, bro, I would have voted for him because he is my guy. Trump supporters, to me, bro, are saying, no, he is my guy. He is my brand. I like the Trump brand. I think that when I bring that up, Ace, because if it's about right and wrong, like you said, this should have been a landslide election, clearly in favor of Joe Biden, if it wasn't about being divisive. And you can tell that, you know, when a lot of people showed up, more black people voted than any other time. More people voted for Joe Biden than any other election ever in the presidency. But number two, most votes all time this year for Donald Trump. They were trying to keep their guy in. People were going hard for him. And I say
so much so to where you see there was the white she was a pastor or an evangelist or something. She was up there speaking in tongues. I seen some other people outside the county courthouse. They was out on bended knee speaking in tongues, like praying.
Okay, let's stop. Let me stop you right quick, Ace. Because I don't want to get my Christian card revoked by saying this. I saw that video, bro.
Which one?
The one where they were praying. Maybe it was Arizona. They were on their knees. They were praying at the place where they were voting for.
Okay, I seen two of them. I seen that one, but there's another one that the Charlemagne gave Donkey today too, and
okay,
she was
Ace Kennedy. It's gonna sound ignorant. I'm gonna say it anyway. I didn't know that white people speak tongue. I thought that it was only black people, bro. I saw the video, and I was like, wait a minute. Do I hear somebody speaking in tongues in the background? And I was looking for a black person because I thought that only black people didn't know, you know. So I felt ignorant. I was like, whoa, but that's my point though, bro. Ace, I think though that when it comes down to it, I think that people's love for Donald Trump goes beyond party. I think that he is their guy. And so the problem that I have, the problem that I have with people, the problem that I have with Trump supporters, right, is that, and there's a conversation I'm looking forward to a conversation specifically with somebody who I'm really good with. But it's one thing of you voting for him, right? That's a conversation we got to have anyway, right? But the thing that I'm more so interested in, bro, is that when you're a Trump supporter, and when I mentioned that, you know that he's never denounced white supremacy, and it was hard for him. I mean, it was almost like they put him on the spotlight on First 48, and he was not trying to deny his people. Because ultimately, even if he's been playing these people to say, no, these are the people who going to vote for him, I'm going to say whatever I need to for those people. Either way, my thing is that how can you support someone, right? I'm not going to say what he's done wrong, policy-wise, administrative-wise, since he's been in there, but morally, right? How would you support someone who's done those things, who have said the things that he's said, right? The racist thing, and you say, that's my guy. To me, that means that while you may not personally feel racist to another black person, Asian person, Mexican person, to me, that's saying that's not that big of a deal. It's not a deal breaker to me. It's not a deal breaker to me that he doesn't like black people, white or Asians or Mexicans.
It's also one of those things too. It's like, you know how when you finally get somebody into a situation a place that they shouldn't be, and they speak their mind the way that you want to speak your mind. It's almost like how we call it the barbershop talk.
Yes.
And so it was one of those things for them. He made it okay.
Yes.
To be racist. And
yes.
He made it okay.
It was not a deal breaker.
No, because the thing is that, again, I want to make this perfectly clear before I say this. I know that everybody that voted for him does not necessarily support him. And I know that everybody that voted for him doesn't necessarily have the same beliefs as him. But for the ones that do, how bold they are, like shutting down highways and, you know, like trying to intimidate people. Like, you know, like, I am not one that condones violence, but listen, if you get in somebody's face, you know, once you invade that personal space, especially during COVID, bro.
Hey, we said that last week.
That's right.
When people say, don't let your president get your tail whooped. Not just that. Not just don't let him get whooped. It is an unprecedented time. Hey, the music. Don't let this man.
I throw hands.
telling
Run
you.
it back. Run it back. One more time. One more time. One more time.
Not me, cause I throw hands. Judges, please don't try me, because I'm trying.
Hey, listen, bro. Don't let this man make you take a L that was not meant for you.
Right.
But here's the thing, and I don't want to jump on because there's plenty to talk about when it comes to this.
Yeah.
But I think that the thing that I feel, and I want to get your thoughts on this. So I think that part of the thing is that I think a lot of people, for some reason, feel like that 45 is looking to protect their values, even though he has nothing in common with these people who think that he's protecting their not way of life, but their values, their culture, all these other things. But times are changing, right? So one of the things that I found interesting about this particular election, though, bro, is that for one, there's a conversation about conceding, right? Do you think all of this stuff, recounting, lawsuits, if they come back and they say, nope, everything's all in order, do you see this Cheeto saying, you know what, I can see you got it this time?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I've never seen him admit to being wrong before, let alone admitting to defeat.
No. Because for him, if he doesn't win, then it was a conspiracy. And that's what it's gonna be. And the thing is,
been setting it up for a month.
He told us that. He told us for months. Listen, we got this thing. If we don't win, that's because they tried to rig it. So and nobody paying him no attention, bro. That's why they've been throwing these lawsuits out like nothing. So nah.
He can go ahead and not concede. Just get him up out of there. You can leave Melania there for a couple of weeks. She probably got more stuff, more bags. You know what I'm saying? She all the way integrated in there after holding up in New York beforehand. She got her paperwork squared away. You can have her hold over for a couple of weeks before she go back to New York. Ace, my question for you is this, bro. Is it just me, right? 2024, if the most people who's ever turned out, the second most people who's ever turned out for an election voted for him, he's going to run in 2024, right?
If he's done with his legal issues, because once he's not president anymore, he got some legal stuff to take care of. I don't think that I for some reason, bro, I don't think that his legal stuff is gonna. I don't think it's gonna manifest anything. And here's the reason why. Ace. His issues that he's had. Like if you've allowed him to go this far, what's the worst gonna happen? Right. The worst that can happen, I think, possibly. It's revealed that you can reveal the exact number that he's owed in taxes, right? That's the worst, and he'll have to pay that. But then we're not talking about the taxes stuff, bro. The stuff. See, that's the thing. The stuff that ended up with Russia and stuff like that. While all those other people that was around him,
let's talk about it. More than that, Ace. I need to hear more about these things. I need to hear more about his association with Ghislaine Maxwell, who's locked up. I need to hear that more than this other stuff with Russia. That stuff to me is like civil, however you want to do it. I'm interested in that. That's the stuff that I think that you can.
That's the thing, though. That's not civil. That's civil. That is federal. If for some reason that he had an involvement in rigging in the election, that is very much a big deal. So the thing is that the other people that were involved, that were around him, they all have stuff going on. They could not. It says in the thing that they They cannot come after Donald Trump because he's the sitting president. So once his presidency is over, it's a whole different ballgame.
Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't particularly like 45, but I fully would expect. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me, bro. Let me tell you how. I just thought about something, bro. You know how hard these trumpets go for him, though, bro. I think that even despite his legal issues, he's gonna run, and I think that he'll find a way to delay or stall any proceedings for 4 years, get elected, and by the time he gets elected, not even elected, run for election. Now, this is going to be a tough thing because let's just say in 4 years, he's like, what's he like, 74? He's going to be like 78, right? He's going to be like 78 years old. And then he's going to be as old as, I mean, basically, he's only going to be able to run for one term, right? It's not like he's going to be able to do a consecutive. And I think that usually for you to really get into, politics and start to do those things that are precedent-setting, legacy-setting things, I mean, it takes an 8-year run. It's the reason why I think that people don't think Jimmy Carter's presidency was so successful, right? So I think that, I think that he's going to, I anticipate, bro, he'll find some kind of way to stall the proceedings, right? And then he'll try to run, and then he'll do some loophole. And it won't be unless, listen, bro, I don't even see a scenario that he wouldn't run again, even if he's unsuccessful this time around, right? My question is, for one, I think that when he was talking, I saw something that said that little Trump, said,
John Jr.,
the one that said, yeah, this ain't he said this is what's crazy. This man said this ain't the spineless Republicans that Democrats are used to.
Yeah, this is Don Jr.,
which is crazy to me, right? Like,
and he need to watch it because here's the thing: he's trying to set himself up to run. He's supposed to be running.
I think he's going to try to run, bro. Listen, I can totally see these Trumpanzees. If Trump Senior doesn't win it, I can see Junior trying to, and they'll probably love him the same way.
Well, here's the thing. I just got one. I just need all the Trump supporters to answer one question for me. I got one question. I just need to know. After the election, and let's say your boy doesn't win, what y'all gonna do with them big old flags that y'all got hanging off y'all car? Y'all gonna turn them things into throw blankets? What y'all gonna do with them things? I need to know.
They need to turn them into wave caps. But these that's what I call them, man. These Trumpanzees, bro. These Trumpanzees go hard for them, and I can ace. These Trumpanzees came out in record droves to keep this man who's been on record for not being able to denounce a white nationalist, white supremacy group, a group that's associated with white nationalism. You've came out in droves because that is their guy. Ace Kennedy, that's my problem, is that, bro, I just need, and I don't want to sound hostile, and I love to have an open dialogue with someone who is not just, if you're a racist Trump supporter, fine, that's your brand, right? But for someone who says, no, I'm not racist, right? I get that. But someone who's a Trump supporter, not Republican, who voted for him, a true Trumpanzee, I need to know, like, how do you defend that? What is it about his brand that lines up with your ideals for American life?
I don't know, bro. It's just interesting to me how full circle, how your boy's trying to claim fraud when that's what we tried to claim in 2016. So, hey,
let me tell you this, Ace. Funny thing about these elections are also the state and locals. Wild thing happened though, man. How about in Hamilton County? I think this is in Ohio. There's a girl who's the Hamilton County, not girl, she's a lady. She's like 60-something years old. Well, she's gay. She said that she was fired 3 years ago by the sheriff at the time because she told them, or that they found out that she was gay. Now, mind you, That illegal. She's now the sheriff up there. She replaced him, the guy who fired her, because she said I'm gay, so he fired me. So she's now the sheriff. That's one thing. This time we've had like the first transgender congressperson elected in New Hampshire or something like that. I think that what's crazy to me, bro, is that out in South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, they got one of the youngest, probably the youngest congressman ever voted in modern history. They got a guy, young dude, like 26 years old, bro, that's out there in some district in South Carolina who won. And then the funny thing of all things, bro, now out here in dang old Kentucky, they have a 17-year-old boy who's the youngest elected official in the state history. He's like he is like a water conservationist, whatever, one of those write-in titles that you do or whatever, right? And he ran 2 years ago when he was 15. He said he always knew he wanted to be in politics. He ran this time and there was somebody in the position. This time he ran unopposed and boom, there you go. He's in there, bro. I thought that was pretty funny though, man. Monumental. I mean, aside from moving on, but monumental things happen. They talk about, Senate seats and all these other things. I think ultimately this is where I think that the Trumpanzees come out, bro, because with all of these changes that are going on, like things are progressing and it's different. And I think that for those people who are liberals, I think that progress can be too progressive for them though, bro. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But I need some explanation from the Trumpanzees though, bro. The ones that say that they're not racist, that support him though.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I have a conversation coming up on Sunday. I'm looking forward to that to see.
I need to know how that goes.
I'm excited.
Hey, Kennedy, what we gonna do about Melania though, bro? Is Melania still okay? It's not still. Is Melania invited to the cookout?
Absolutely.
Melania is still in the cookout. I don't know if she's gonna bring. Maybe Melania brings the cups. Maybe she picks up the ice. Maybe Melania brings the silverware. I personally still like Melania. She's invited to the cookout. Was she bringing napkins, paper towels?
She can bring some Tupperware, take some to go place home.
Yeah, Melania's still invited. Melania's still good over here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Ace Kennedy.
What up?
I'm seeing something here. Let's switch topics here, man, because I got my ginger tea going here, man, and I'm a little warm, a little toasty on the inside. These Trumpanzees got me a little worked up. Listen, Ace, I've been seeing this. I saw that the homie PBR wound up putting it in the comments here. He said, R.I.P. King Von. I've never heard of King Von, but I heard that he was killed out here in Atlanta, though, bro. And said he was possibly killed by an unarmed police officer, though, man.
No, that's not the report I just read. From what I just read, he was at a nightclub and it was two men. They got into an altercation and it led to gunfire. And that was the same thing Deuce told me, too. He said at first it was saying police officer, but then it was also saying, so I don't know now, unless like somebody was an unarmed cop or something like, but I don't think it was a uniformed individual from briefly what I read. And I don't know much details about it, but what I'm saying, I just read it and it looked like it was an altercation that happened after the club. It was at what, Opium? Yeah.
So, Ace, this is the thing though, man. I'm kind of concerned about that, bro. Not necessarily because I don't know who. Now, mind you, right? I've just been myself cooking up the Bel Air 2 live from 1999 for the past 2 years. Been working on with you writing, Slipping Away, right? Available on all streaming platforms. So I haven't been in the loop of a lot of these newer guys, and so the thing that I am. That's getting hard for me to see. I mean, for hard me to kind of fathom is that in Atlanta, man, like I think I told you before, man, the rap community here is generally pretty tight knit. And when you go back and you look, man, over the past maybe 3 years or bro, we've been losing like a lot of maybe 3, 4, 5 young up and coming rappers though, bro. Like it's wild, and I'm kind of I'm like, am I the only one that's noticing that though, bro? Like there was a who was a cool the cat. There was a dude, Lil Marlo. There was another guy. I'm tripped out. I think about this because there was some news out here a while back, like sometime last year, I think, earlier this year, matter of fact. Some cat, he was a rapper. He out here on the way. I think he was in Gwinnett, and somebody pulls next to him on the highway. Da 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 da. Shoot up his car. And what's wild about this is that when I went and I put them shoes on Billie Jean, by the way, I saw that the shop that he took it to, this guy, it's real flashy Camaro. I mean, it was like high on like some 32s. It was just ridiculous. Custom paint job, custom everything though. And the guy was like, listen, man, you need to just go ahead and get rid of this whole car. You know what I'm saying? Like this car is too, everybody knows it looked like, but somebody was trying to get him out of here. And so I'm that's unusual though, man. Like it's just something that I think that's just, I don't like the way that's starting to look out here though, bro.
Yeah, it's sad and it's unfortunate, and we are losing a lot of the young rappers. And,
a lot of youngs.
Yeah. You know, Pop Smoke recently.
Right.
You know, XXX Tentacion. I mean, the list goes on, and it's just like, you know, and it's involving like shootings and stuff like that. I mean, yes, we have had some people that unfortunately passed through the ODing and stuff like that, but the shooting part of the aspect is just like, it's unreal. And so, you know, I'm always constantly telling Deuce, because even like Deuce, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even Tari, you know, but Deuce, we've talked, and, you know, some of the people that he's been growing up with are starting to die around him. And, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I don't want him to become immune to it, to where it's like, you know, okay, I want to take the time to grieve, but at the same time, I don't want this to be regular, that this continues to happen, which is why I'm always encouraging him to make some better decisions about the places he goes, the people he hangs out with, and even just the conversations he has with some people, because like I explain to him all the time, some of these people that you might get into a beef with, they don't have the same things going on as you do, whereas you have aspirations to leave here, to go off to do something with yourself as far as basketball, this, that, and the other. So that should maintain to be your focus, even, you know, even with these little young girls that's throwing themselves at them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, wait a minute now.
What up?
Hey, she was active early, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe you are the right person for that conversation.
Then. Yeah. Listen,
okay.
I'm not.
Was on the porch pretty.
I was, but here's the thing: I'm not telling him not to indulge in you know, to have himself a good time, but I'm also telling him that where his responsibilities lie. Like, he can't lose focus, because I almost saw Tari lose focus. You know what I'm saying? And so it's one of them things. Like, I keep it real with them. I'm not gonna shy away from the things that I did and the you know, the direction.
Tell him about the numbers you was doing.
Nah, you know. I ain't telling about the headquarters. I ain't telling about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to put me out in the streets. I can tell him to call his uncle to find out what kind of numbers he was doing. You got a song about it, like the he'd go. What you doing?
Wrote a song about it, like the he'd go. Oh my gosh, bro. Listen, man. So this is the thing that's interesting. I think that the sad part about it is, bro, is that, like I said, I've never heard of King Von, but now, I mean, he's gone. So, you know, I don't want to just have to I'm tired of having to find out about these young rappers' music when they dead, though, bro. Like, I want to get the opportunity to appreciate it. And maybe now, you know, you just got to go and look for it more. And I haven't, you know, did that, but golly.
But you can't, but you also too are an artist. So that's different. I mean, I know most people that are involved. I mean, for instance, I've heard a lot of comedians say, well, I don't really listen to another comedian in fear of me trying to steal their jokes.
Right.
Myself pretty. And so it's the same approach that you and I kind of take, because it's one of those things, like, we listen to music to kind of see what's out there, but we're also trying to define ourselves in this industry, where it's like, You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where we want to stay relevant, but also have ourselves put into it, you know. And so
I don't
that's
see how they do it. Though. I don't. So this is my thing. I don't see how. I don't see. And you know what it is. I take that back. I do know because you know you and I we work until the Bel Air 2 take off. We work and we don't have time like that, right? But I think that the big thing really though, bro, is I guess when you got time, you can just be checking for a lot of people like that though, man. But I guess I don't have literally the capacity to just be listening to a bunch of, I don't consume music like that.
I don't consume it like I used to. I definitely
I don't.
have been listening to certain things I have been listening. Like I listened to Busta's new album, which we'll talk about that. But I'm just saying, like, I've listened to some, you know, R&B artists here and there. But as long as everybody is still sounding the same, then I'm like, all right, I'm cool. Because it's like,
you missing nothing.
No, because everybody is sounding the same. I remember giving flack to Trey Songz for some of the stuff that he did that sound like the production sounded older. I'm not his voice. He can do what he do. Like you can take a trap song and sing on top of it, and I don't have an issue with that. I know certain people do like feel like that. Oh, you should be singing like the new sounding people. No, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to have elements. I'm going to incorporate stuff, but I'm a singer, and that's what I'm gonna do. So
yeah, I think that it's just interesting to me though, bro. Like I think that now, this is the crazy part about it. Now is the only time that I've had it, like I said, when I'm in between albums, then I'm good. But then guess what? Now that mine is done, I got Rocky the Real coming right behind me.
Right.
I got PBR coming right behind me. I got the new Ace Kennedy album coming right behind it. We working on that Holla. I still got I got the Bel Air 3 all back to back to back to back. And it's a nonstop grind, bro. And that's part of for me why like I'm at a small grace period. And then you know, probably the thing is too is the creative cycle though, man, because we produce the majority of the music that we have, it's just the idea process from beginning to end. It's a longer cycle that's more involved though. It's not like I'm just getting a bunch of beats and then boom, boom, boom. It's just I got this idea or I'm dabbling with some sounds and then, oh, this sparks the idea and organically do it. So it's different though, man, but I just don't have the capacity to consume music at that kind of rate. And I don't know that I ever will though, man, but I'm fascinated on how anybody would be able to keep up with this microwave music and microwave consumption of music though, man, especially rappers though. I don't have the capacity to check for a bunch of people that sound the same. That's what it is to me. I don't mind making the exception for somebody who sounds different. You know what I'm saying? The exception. Or if you tell me, oh, he sounds like they do, but he's the best of all those people. I got room for that. But if for everybody else that's just doing that, no, I don't.
Yeah, it was interesting because like I said, I listened to Busta's album and he had he had some classic Busta Bus sound and stuff. Then he had like a couple of records that were like new school, but because Busta was always like the fast flow melodic rapper anyway, it was like he didn't have to necessarily try to fit into that mode. But then he had songs that he really went there, like he did the new school stuff, and he still sounded dope. But I was like, I like it, it's cool, but I would just prefer him rapping over those new trap style beats with just the way Busta sounds, and I think it would still go. So, and it was I heard M. You know, he got a feature with M. And
it's funny you say Eminem because here's the thing I think that I think is interesting though, bro. I think Eminem, because he does the fast rap style, I thought that M did on his last album, production wise, right? I thought that M's last production was a good transition. I thought that you can clearly tell that he had some Zaytoven on there. It was 808 heavy on certain songs though, bro. And so I thought that it was real fire though, man, that Eminem sounded like at home. He did the Eminem raps over trap beats. And I thought that it sounded pretty good though, man.
Speaking of Zaytoven, you know, but I've been in my deep dive on Usher. I didn't like any of them beats, bro.
Ah.
And I hate to say that. Listen.
Oh man, I love Zaytoven, bro.
I do too. Zaytoven, listen, brother. I am not hating on anything that you did. I'm just, for me, I didn't like the mesh up. I just, it didn't feel organic to me. There was one song that I really liked, but I'm just saying, I wasn't a. I just, I don't know.
That counts. Listen, that counts. That listen. That's why I told you, and I don't want to just jump back and circle back on Beyonce. That album counts. It counts. And so my thing is that
it's like Black is King. So you're right.
If you want to say it, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. The difference is that you nor I prefer the one that he did with Zaytoven. While Black is King may be a matter of preference, at least between the two of us, one of us like it. I don't think either of us care for the Usher.
You're right. But all I'm saying was, and just like you and I kind of agreed about the Carters and how we kind of agreed about, what I'm saying is Beyonce done had some slips too. No. The thing is that your eyes is blinded just like your Trump Tanzis. You're blinded by who it is. That's what it is.
So you said I'm a Beyonce Z.
Yeah, you just work on that one, brother. Work on that one.
I got that one coming. That was freestyle. That was off the dome.
It was off the dome. I get it.
Beyonce Z.
No, I'm just saying, I've been on a deep dive of Usher, and I'm every time I listen, I'm just like, listen, this is how much of a deep dive on Usher I've been. I watched his vlog just today. He was in Japan, and I'm sitting up here just watching it. I'm just like, I've always been an Usher fan. But it was just like, man, this dude got some hits, bro. Inspiring.
Chris Brown ain't inspiring you then, huh?
Nope.
Hey, man. What else? Man, oh my gosh. Let me tell you. I saw something that I thought was very disturbing to me, though, bro.
What's that?
So, like I said, I'm not into, before it was the Lils, right? And then it was the initial rappers, the YRNs, all these something, NBA young boys, the boys whose names start with YBN Cordae, you know what I'm saying? Like the people who names start with their crew or whatever. Like I saw something that was kind of interesting because I saw that Landon, he's big on TikTok, and I see a lot of people do, that's how a lot of these initial rappers kind of come out. And I saw that who is it? YNW Melly has been locked up, and apparently he's been locked up for like killing two of his homeboys, though, bro. I saw that it's wild because I saw that the family is basically suing him basically for liabilities, locked up. They said basically though, man, that these boys kind of fell out over money, right? And somehow, man, this dude then killed both of them, drove around for a little bit, dumped them off at the hospital or whatever after they were dead or whatever, though, man. And there's this video apparently that I haven't seen where he is talking to, maybe the police or an attorney or somebody like that, prosecutor, basically kind of admitting to what he did, basically saying he doesn't have any remorse for anything. I was kind of disappointed in that, though, bro. Like these are his boys who were part of his initial letter gang, like YWN Sack Chaser and somebody else. Like that's I can't fathom that, bro.
Man, people grow up differently, bro, and they have different codes, and you know what I'm saying. So obviously, without knowing any information or anything about the situation, it's unfortunate, bro. But like you said, for people that you grew up with or day ones and stuff like that, it's just interesting that money could come between something like that. So, yeah,
I think that it's just crazy though, man. That I don't know, bro. Like I said, two lives gone, one more life wasted though, bro. I mean, I was crushed to read about that, bro, because like I said, I don't keep up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like that. For me to have not be listening to, to the newer rappers like that. And then when I'm finally trying to give it a chance, I'm seeing the other young boys kill it. Like that's what y'all out here doing. Like, I don't know, man. Like I just couldn't. I couldn't. I could not get into it, bro. It just hurt my heart though, man.
Yeah. Anything you looking forward to in sports outside of I am definitely looking forward to tomorrow. My Longhorns will be playing West Virginia, and it is an important game for us. Like, I mean, every game here on out for us is important, but I'm just saying this one in particular is very much so important.
You know what, man? I think that for me, I'm looking forward to this. This is the bad part. For starters, I'm just in here looking here, though, and I have no idea what in the hell is going on with my camera focus. I wore my Saints hat, right?
Bro,
and when I'm looking, I can't even see my dang on.
Bro, I thought you had a hologram.
Oh my God. And then this is the bad part, bro. I'm looking in the mirror and it's like crystal clear back here, bro.
Yeah, it's the way your focus is.
I don't know this way. Maybe it's my lighting though, bro. But anywho, though, man, let me tell you what's bad. So when I was watching the Saints game, I came to the conclusion that every time I'm watching the Saints game, they're losing. And even when I record the game. This is what happened when we played the Bears, right? So even though we beat the brakes off of y'all,
no, y'all won in overtime. And again,
even though we was laying a smackdown on y'all, listen though, I put this in. So I was like, okay, you know what? You know, it's the Bears, bro. It's Nick Foles. Let me just go ahead and see what's up. I get out here though. As soon as I click on the game, they throw the deep bomb on us. I knew it. Every time I watch it, every time I'm watching the Saints, they is getting whipped. And so I turned it off and they started coming back. And I was like, that's it. I'm superstitious. I'm jinxing my team by watching it, so I can't even watch it. So I'm excited that we're playing against the Bucks, but I can't watch the game because if I watch it, I feel like we're going to lose, bro.
Hey, and you know that boy AB supposed to be out there.
I'm not concerned about that, though, to be honest. What I am concerned about is this, though, man. The thing that I'm concerned about is that where I think AB could make some impact immediately is that we do good on jumping routes to pick off balls, but we are testy, right? But it's just we don't tackle very well in our secondary. And so I think that, bro, the bad part about it is that once you get past the linebacking core, if you run a route past there, then I think that we suspect at that point, though, bro. So I think that where we would really be on the outs is if they had Chris Goodwin out there. And then I think that he would be able to stretch it. Maybe AB can. I don't know. But I'm concerned about the deep routes. Those are the routes that I think. That maybe AB on if they get in the red zone, but I don't know, man. But I am nervous because I want to watch the game. But every time I watch it, we look like trash, bro. So I stopped watching us play.
I understand that. Well, my boy Trubisky came out there for one play and got hurt, so he's rehabbing.
I saw it. Listen, I didn't even see Trubisky get out there, bro. And when I saw that they said he did need surgery, I'm like, what the hell he needs surgery for? For holding the clip? It's hurting his shoulder to hold the clip. But I didn't even know that he even took a snap.
Yeah, he took a snap. They tried to do something. It was so uneventful. But yeah.
Oh my gosh, Trubisky.
It's all good.
Oh my God.
Listen, man, I just want to tell everybody, as this election is winding down, no matter who you voted for, at the end of the day, we still got to come together as a people. And, I think the silver lining of allowing 45 to be in office is one of those things where it gave people the confidence to come out. So you are seeing the character of people for what they are. And so you can then judge from that point on what you want to do with those relationships. But at the same time, like I said, if you can have that conversation, a peaceful conversation, and try to get to some common ground, and then you can, after you've had the conversation and there was no resolution, you can walk away knowing that you attempted to have that conversation. But it starts with just listening.
I agree with you 1,000%. 1,000%. I can't even follow that one up. 1,000%. Hey, real quick, let's get on out of here. One thing we didn't talk about, bro.
What's that?
And I cannot believe I missed this one. Listen, man, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Sean Connery. Listen, I'm a big James Bond movie fan, and I fell in love with James Bond movies because of Sean Connery. I think that Sean Connery probably is, he's like, to me, Sean Connery is like the white Billy D. Williams to me as far as smoothness and coolness go, but it was mainly because of my first time seeing him. So more than Daniel Craig, Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan, all of them, Sean Connery was my guy. So I would be remiss if we didn't say rest in peace to Sean Connery though, man. I cannot believe that my boy just tapped out. But hey, man, that was my guy, bro.
Well, also too, in the same day we lost Rance Allen, Bishop Rance Allen, who was a, like, even those people that may not know gospel music have heard his voice. This dude can sing. He was on Kirk Franklin's album. Yeah, so that's the boy. So yeah, shout out to both of their families. May they rest in peace. And you know, sad news.
Hey man, listen, it has been a roller coaster of a year.
Yeah.
Listen, man, check on your peoples, keep your family close, keep your friends close.
Did you watch Mandalorian today?
What's that?
You watch Mandalorian today?
No, I'm watching it probably tomorrow, maybe. Oh, I was trying to get us out of here, but since you brought up watching something, I did want to tell you that I started watching Cobra Kai, bro, and I like it.
Finally.
Yeah, I started watching.
On my back, bro.
I've watched all of the series that I'm talking about. I've watched probably 5 new series and finished all of them over the last month. And I ran out of stuff to watch. And I was like, I don't know if I want to watch Cobra Kai. And then I just like folding up clothes. I put it on. And what helps is that the episodes are short, right?
Yeah.
So I'm watching them. I'm folding up clothes. Before you know it, I'm folding up clothes. I didn't watch like almost 3 episodes. I had that much clothes left, right? So now I'm like halfway through the first season. Basically, should be finishing that. I was like, yo, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I love seeing stuff from Johnny's perspective. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it makes you relive that. And what I think is dope, the dopest part, is because of the fact that they used real footage from the old movie, but it was outtakes of stuff. So
I think it's dope.
Yeah. So yeah, they'll and see y'all boys so late to the party because I watched it on YouTube Red back in the day when it came out, and everybody would like to see everybody like going hard in the paint for it. I'm like, boy, y'all late to the party. I'm waiting.
Oh man, yeah, I like it. I'm gonna tell you this. What I think what I like is I like I do like the storyline. That's the one thing that I think I haven't gotten to the point. I'll tell you where I'm at. So I'm at the point where the boy Johnny's son is working over with LaRusso's at his shop, basically. Yeah. And he was teaching them a couple things and everything like that. I haven't watched it, so that's the next one I get. But I think that what I find to be funny about it, right, is that it truly does. So it'd be one thing, right, if you had the movie, you had the movie existed. Now you have this series, and it's picking up about everything going forward. What I love about it is that how this dude is still trapped in the 80s, basically.
Yeah.
If he was just another dude and he was living this whole life in 2000 life, and that would just be but I think that it's interesting, like when he went to the pawn shop, when he had the Atari still, when he was trying to pawn that, or when he had the Elle Macpherson cover of a magazine. I was like, yo, so I think that it's dope that how they reference back the movie, I mean the original movie, because of the outtakes and all that other stuff. So absolutely love it though, man. I think it's pretty cool.
That's what's up, man. Yo, y'all be safe this weekend, man. We'll see y'all, the Slash Brothers. We out.
Get that music going, Pimp Juice.
Oh, I wanted to say a happy heavenly birthday to my boy Mike Walker, the drummer that passed away. Happy birthday, my dude.
Podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast.